Alrighty folks, wanted to bring you this little video. It's been about 12 weeks since I got kicked in the face, and this is the little filly that did that to me. This is about 4 months before she decided to take and kick me. And her character is what I like to call a boss mare character. She's more on the dominant side of the scale, really resistive to pressure, not willing to work, not willing to please, and she's kind of self-confident, which will, if you're not experienced, will lure you into the delusion that she is quiet when she's not really quiet. She's just not really scared of things and has a whole lot of self-confidence. So you have to really know what type of horse you're working, and she offered a lot of resistance. I had to take extra measures. I had to, approach my training different than I would with a more submissive type horse. Had to use a lot of pressure, had to use a lot of little tricks and things like that rope around her hindquarters, just to get her to stand still. She would take and she would just fight. It's pretty common with a dominant type horse that's got a lot of self-confidence. And when I'm looking for a horse, for a riding horse or a brood mare, I don't particularly like this type of horse. Not saying they can't be trained, and I'm not saying that they're not trainable or that they're dangerous. It's just you have to know what type of horse you have, and what I prefer is a horse that's more submissive, that is more willing to give to pressure, and is not much of a fight. The older you get, the more you like those type of horses. And this one here's a little bit of a challenge and a whole lot more work. The little chocolate chestnut that you'll see in the background, she was the exact opposite of this filly. She broke the lead in like 15 minutes. I mean, picking up all four of her feet, could handle her everywhere. And she was scared, but she wasn't resistive. And it makes a big difference when you have one that finds a buddy and wants a buddy and is looking to be led. And these are both by the same sire, but different mares. So mare input into your colt makes a big difference. A lot of people focus on the stud, but mares make a difference. And when I see horses, when I'm working them, particularly for these ranches, that the colts they're just nasty and got more of an attitude and stuff like that, I let the owners know, and sometimes they don't like it, particularly if they're breeding for color or they're breeding for something particular. I breed for mind, and I want a horse that is willing, that will take and turn out good and be a good lifetime partner. I did a lot of loose work with both of these horses, and even just in your round pinning, you can tell right away what type of attitude they have. The little chestnut was just moving around, had some fear, was easily moved, and the little paint filly, she was not. She didn't even like to move her feet. When she was loose, you had to exert a lot of pressure to get her to move her feet. You got to get real excited. And what you'll see here when I go to lunging her is that she moves pretty good to the right, but to the left she does not. So she's kind of right side dominant. Like I said before, I had done a lot of loose work with her. This is not just me going right to trying to lunge her. This is a lot of effort and a lot of work here. So this is where I ran into the trouble when I got kicked. She wasn't really showing that she was going to kick. I kind of took her for granted, and I was working her here, giving her a lot of grace and taking a lot of pressure off of her when I needed to. I'm just showing you clips of her going to the left and how she really didn't want to go left. She would always take and try to turn back to the right. And I know people are going to say, oh, She might have had an eye problem or something like that. It wasn't. It was a brain problem. And in these next clips, you're going to see the evidence of me taking her for granted. This is your warning. If you don't like blood, if you do not like gross stuff, you may want to click away now. I was kicked in my right cheek. It broke my nose, and we were in the middle of nowhere, no cell service. Had to be picked up by an ambulance on the highway. They life flighted me to Flagstaff, and I can't say enough good things about Flagstaff Regional. Here I am being life flighted.
Well, folks, this is not how I wanted to spend a Saturday.
What number is your pain?
This is right after the surgery. They basically sent me home the next day. A lot of stitches, 2 plates in my face. And Polly was not with me when I got kicked. She had to come up there later. They thought I had a brain bleed. Thank God I did not. Did not have a brain bleed, did not have a cracked skull.
Let's go. Okay, so this is just the suture right now.
I knew they were sutured in place.
Okay, good job with that.
That was driving me nuts.
Yeah, it's like a prickly little nose hair, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a piece of gauze in your hand. When these come out, if you have a lot of drainage, you can go right to the nose with that. Okay?
Okay.
All right, take a big deep breath in and exhale. Okay, that first one's out. How you doing?
Oh, God, that feels so good.
Good. All right. Awesome.
That's the one that's worst, I think.
Yeah. You want to see what these look like?
Yeah.
Pretty good size, huh? No
Yeah.
wonder you had a whistle, and no wonder things were hard to breathe.
Oh, that's all I could smell right there.
Yeah.
That plastic,
Yeah.
everything tasted like that.
Yeah. Just underneath the nose here.
There's one right there.
Yeah.
There's another one over here.
Yeah. Do you want me to clip those?
Those sutures?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Then I can feel like I wash. Every time I try to wash it there, I snag those.
Yeah. It's usually those little knots that are kind of irritating, so I can clip those today.
Clip all the mustache you got to clip. Most of it's falling out anyway.
Yeah. You don't want Dr. Beecher doing your mustache trimming.
I was surprised they didn't
Shave it.
shave it.
Believe it or not, we have a lot of patients who get pretty upset with us if we touch their facial hair or their head hair.
They had me on so much Dilaudid, I wouldn't have cared if they'd cut my leg off. I pulled a couple stitches out.
Yeah, that's okay. That's kind of what they're going to start doing, is just little strings are going to show up and you can work on those.
Woo!
Sorry, kind of like a nose hair, huh?
It's sore.
That part right there is pretty sore.
I think we got most of them out.
Sunday I scratched one of those out.
Yeah,
I did it on accident. If I'd had to keep them stents in there very much longer, I'd have been taking them out. I knew they were sutured in place, and I said,
Yeah, that's the worst part of these procedures typically, is those stents are so uncomfortable. So you can start doing, a little bit of massage to all these areas.
oh yeah. Up here, don't hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there.
Okay.
Right in there is what hurts.
There's one of those that you by your eye. Sometimes those can be obnoxious. Okay. Well, you're a few stitches
Right.
smaller. You're splint free. It's the way to be. And then we'll make a follow-up appointment. I want to see you back here in about 3 weeks.
Okay. Can I fly?
You can. The thing that you'll notice is when you change altitude and you know how your ears get full, you won't be able to do your normal plug the nose and pop the ear. You can kind of open the jaw to try to relieve some of that pressure, but I don't want you doing
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
He usually chew gum.
Yeah,
Right.
perfect.
Chew gum. People.
Yeah,
I know I still can't bend over and pick anything up.
right. Nothing heavy. Bend at your knees. If you need to, you do still have some swelling.
Yeah.
Sleep with your head of bed elevated a little
I've been
bit.
icing it a lot,
Perfect.
so
Perfect. Yeah.
that seems to bring more relief than anything else.
Yeah.
The pressure is what gets me after I'm on my feet for a while. It just a lot of
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah. Are you able to lift your eyebrows up? Perfect. And then
Yeah.
what about kind of squinch them shut? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So everything's working there.
Uh,
And then
What was the other thing?
this is kind of silly, but smile for me. Okay, good.
I can't smile much.
But everything's working. That's good.
Yeah. It's just this right in here hurts the worst.
Okay.
I think because it jammed it back in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
These teeth were loose for a little bit,
Yeah.
but they've kind of tightened back up.
Okay. You eating pretty much normal?
Mhm.
Normal
Oh,
diet.
yeah.
Okay.
Next day I ate a steak.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. Sunday after he got released.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he goes.
They asked me what I wanted. I want
Steak.
ribeye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got a ribeye.
Nice.
You want to say anything?
It feels great to get those things out of my nose. I don't know if we'll show all of that, but we'll take and show what happened after. So I'm just thankful that I get to fly. We had this trip planned for several months, and already had the tickets paid for, so that's a good thing that they don't go to waste, and I get to go to Tennessee.
Yay!
So we'll see you guys later. Alrighty, folks. I'm going to take and end this video up right here. Remember to like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us, and tune in next time to see what we take and get into next. Remember, if you don't know which way to go in this old world, commit your ways unto the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He'll bring it to pass. We'll see you later.